Which iPhone is the best iPhone to buy right now in 2025? Apple just released their so-called greatest price iPhone in the 16e. Ain't no way. There are way better iPhones for way cheaper out there. Greatest price my butt. iPhones are dog expensive these days. I mean, y'all remember when the iPhone was $199 with the carrier? Now it's $999. That's 10 Benjamins. And to keep it real, the iPhone experience has gotten so good that regardless of what you get, it's not gonna be that different for each phone. But some iPhones you should consider way more than others. In this video, I'm gonna go through which iPhone you should buy if you're trying to spend the least amount of money, the iPhones that will give you the best bang for your buck, what iPhones not to get, and then the best iPhone regardless of the price. Two things to note: if nothing other than your battery of your current phone sucks, honestly, you should just consider paying 90 bucks at the Apple Store and they will give you a completely new battery, which will give you another 2 years just like that. Like, you probably don't need a new phone, but if your phone is mega slow and it's just dying, then getting a new phone is pretty valid. Number one, if you're trying to save the most amount of money and just trying to buy the cheapest iPhone that's actually worth it, I would highly recommend the iPhone 13. It's legit only 300 bucks on Amazon Renewed. That's a steal. Since the iPhone 12, let's keep it 100, the iPhone design has been 99% the same for the last 5 years, starting from the 12 because it was that good. The 13 is the 12, but with a significantly better battery and noticeably better screen and camera. I can personally attest to this as I went from the 12 mini to now the 13 mini. The downsides to consider is that it doesn't have USB-C, which to me isn't that big of a deal. At least it has MagSafe, and in terms of software updates, it will probably stop getting them in around 3 years, as currently the oldest iPhone to get the latest iOS 18 update is a whopping 7 years old. What that means is that in 3 years, the 13 will be 7 years old. But likely, if you're just trying to buy the cheapest phone, this ain't a big deal. And at the same time, again, phones are so good, who cares about software updates at this point, even if they were to stop now? And if you're skeptical about Amazon Renewed, me personally, I've used them and haven't had any issues, and I'm just especially a fan of them because it cuts the cost drastically. Apple refurbished products are highly regarded, so much so that I feel like they know it's more worth it than their new retail phones, which is probably why it's hidden on their website. But that would significantly increase the price to $450, FYI. Number two, the best value phone. I'm huge on value, hence my channel name, Supreme Value. I think value is determined by the ratio of quality and features versus the price. Like, how much does it offer relative to how much you pay for it? In terms of value, these are the two iPhones I recommend. First of all, the iPhone 13 Pro is only around roughly 400 bucks Amazon Renewed. That's robbery. That's a premium phone in terms of design, with stainless steel edges, matte glass, high performance triple camera setup for only a cute price of 400 Benjamins. Y'all, this was once a $1,000 phone. That's $600 less. Holy cow. This dude called it the best bang for the buck phone, and I agree. Older phones are really just holding up too good, and the majority of average consumers don't even take advantage of the better performance of these new phones. So yeah, this one's a bit older, but it's the one to get. Now, if you're looking to buy a new phone, chances are you might be coming from the 12, 13, or 14 generation, because that either means that your phone contract has been paid off, or it's been 3 or 4 years and your phone is starting to age. So if that's the case and the 13 Pro feels old, an even better phone for an even better value is the 15 Pro. My goodness, this is a money heist. I'm seeing this phone as low as a whopping 600 bucks. Excuse me? It's closer to 700, but still, even that's a solid freaking price. I mean, the pristine titanium edges, subtle curves, the immaculate telephoto camera. Shoot, the iPhone 15 Pro was the phone that people started to use that camera to film actually full-on production films, which is insane. And the smooth iOS experience combined with the compatibility of Apple Intelligence for the future, this is insanely worth it at 600 bucks. In one of my most recent videos, I talked about how Apple can upcharge their cheapest phone because people are still gonna buy them anyways, but also that's because the majority of people buy phones through monthly financing. And the difference between paying 25, 33, 40 bucks isn't that significant per month. And so most people are willing to pay more. But regardless, I feel like the 15 Pro is easily the most worth it, especially if you can get it at that 600 price point. That right there is really the greatest price. Number three, the phone to avoid. What you shouldn't get is the iPhone 16e. It's just a weird phone. It lacks some major annoying features, like it still has no ProMotion display and it's 60Hz, so it feels slower than the Pro phones, and it also doesn't have an ultra wide camera. So that means no 0.5s for you, which aka those are the wide shots. Even the iPhone 16 doesn't have ProMotion, which is crazy whack because it's $800. And for the 16e, while it's supposed to have a fantastic battery life, for $600 it just offers a weird mix of features. It's definitely still a solid, simple phone, but I just feel like if you're gonna pay $600, you should definitely go for the 15 Pro Amazon Renewed, which is a massively better phone. Or if you want to save some money, you should just get the 15 for a comparable phone, which I talk more specifically in this video here. I just really think there are better options for price or package when it comes to the 16e and even the 16. And lastly, the best iPhone is obviously the 16 Pro, the latest and greatest. There isn't too much of a discussion here. It's a marginal upgrade from the 15 Pro, but if you want the best, the 16 Pro sits on the throne. And those are my picks for the cheapest, most valuable, and best iPhones, and what not to get. I would love to hear your thoughts. Is there a better value phone than the 13 Pro or 15 Pro? Is the iPhone 16e underrated? Do you trust renewed phones? What do you think the best iPhone is in 2025? Let me know in the comments. Peace! Here's why I still use a 13 mini in 2025.